I'm gonna finish this up. Has to be done. Be slow. Has to be done. It's a 10 and a 3. No, it's an 8 and a 3 on the chorus. It's 11, I think. Be slow. This is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you slow this day down? It's a rock version of my country hit. This evil song I sang to my daughter 20 years ago. She probably remembers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 1. Or something like that. Close, I missed it, but anyway, it's Lizarama. And carry on with the next song, okay? Little pieces, you don't need all of them. We were having trouble getting to work. The stress with just getting to work was, incredible. And then at work, of course, we stopped complaining about getting there, no stress there. It was getting to work was rush hour and interesting people following you in traffic and punch you out because you cut them off and not merging properly and being generous. You gotta merge properly because that highway goes along slow, but you're merging. Exiting, it doesn't slow anyone down. Just getting on the highway slows them all down. You see how greedy they are with those space in front of them, those eyes that should never flip the letters or whatever. Let that 3D TV and look through the bridge of your nose and 1.5 viewpoints. You gotta learn how to place those two balls in your head. Get along. Just to get along was the hardest thing. Can't get along, little doggy. I can't even get one that's short. Little doggy. Can't even get one that short. It says with all. I can't get but it doesn't rhyme with short. So it does in Oriental. You have to rhyme with it backwards. Play it backwards, it does. Outside, yeah. This is a spooky one about what junkies are. Sadness. Don't go outside anymore. You just want something fresh from the store. What you need is not at the store. Not from the store, I should say. Perfect wrong. We may be what is real. Good question. What is... we're what happened, aren't we? We're what and what happened. Time is just gone. That's the guys, and the girls are who, and then we got Y with these prepubescent daddle with. We can't wait this age of reason out yet. Anyway. I guess I nervously talk over it. Don't go outside anymore. I'm gonna sing with it. I really hate that. Half the time it's snow and you score. All these things you need from the store. You convince yourself that you need that store, and it's pretty evil. And that's just as bad as saying you're gonna go and get something. And then it's as bad. It's worse than actually going to get it because that's what causes you to get it. In your world, of course, the linear dream stops and cancels itself. Is you can't get halfway a step and 2 steps of wrath. And we know what we have to do. Reduce our speed from 4 kilometers an hour to 1/4 of a kilometer an hour by looking behind our back with every step and rocking on our feet. We do it in a hurry, not in a car. We're just going this all day. About a mile a day, as a primate should, and if anyone walks through your tribe, you just don't notice these things, or you notice but nothing happens. Like it should right through it without any death. Caterpillar. Francis of Assisi would stop the whole. Did you say Frank? Well, you want to say Saint Francis. Somebody burned the saint's hands in the Cosa Nostra. Pieces of paper, they put the names of saints on them and they burn them in their hands. No, it's Francis of Assisi. Recording everything as he did. Stop those caterpillar tracks and making metal marks with the fuzzy buzz. We talk about caterpillars and you got the heaviest tuning diesel mechanics in the world insisting that they are metal shovels meant to rip through frost and do everything the Canadian heavy builders do. Terrorists in Hibernia draw off telling us no, it's their construction with the salamanders. We will burn more propane, natural gas, no propane. We won't burn natural gas to heat our buildings. Oh, we like the smell of propane, I guess. It's to clean, it's to get more moist heat, and they have to poison the natural gas with a smell because it collects and boom, the dropping of a wrench by the boss. He convinces him not to stay there with us all because in a cloud of that stuff, and you drop a wrench, boom, you're gone. Putting in these. Laidlaw would not have these things anyway. He changed back to gasoline, and we almost killed ourselves a few times mixing up their fuel. Now our fuel seems to be fresh as we're doing everything. And that's not right. As we go around moving the world, which is even worse than killing, and putting in what machine making a machine actually used the older souls of the fuel, doing the tiller business, the compactor, and the lawnmower, and the car, and so it's really this jouleific, 2 or 3 joules is what the full sunshine is, and those, who need a full day of it, like the Danish country there, they want all the world's sunshine coming out their electrical stoves every day. And the Americans are really concerned about this. Like, do we want to compare ours to that? Because it's all about refrigeration. Heat it up 5 times the energy, and then there's 5 times the energy to keep it cool. So 25 times the energy. And, we can do something about this ring, because it's much more worse than the fires. The fire's always going to go. You keep getting hit and it's burning the scorch. And if anybody raises a hand to do anything about what comes out of the sky, and just, stop that capture. The benign breath and the CBC have ripped up our forests trying to protect it from future fires. That, if you are anywhere near a city, you better get there, okay? Because this is Wall of Green saying, you humans are not licensed to be out in concession area. It's called side roads. There's porcupines that can shoot quills at you, but if you did that, you have any... And this roadkill, they're not fine. Let's talk about roadkill. Isn't it more worse than anything else? Because they were free and wild, and like raccoons, you won't have come and steal your garbage anymore because it's all. You won't even leave any food scraps for the. So we've really been done by Himerabas elders here, okay? Like weed X, KX, Best X, Orkin, Black Flag. It's people who do not live with any other creature but their own flesh and blood, and it's really sick. Good job. Are you finished yet? The good times are over. We'll skip through the This song is on Previous Record. Oh yes, this is a 9, 5, 4, 2, 3. So we're missing off Plant Kingdom 4 and the mineral range 4. Now we're animal, we don't know what the fuck we're doing because we're actually in a big dick brain. We wasted our mammal animosity brain. It's nothing but disbelief. So yes, no, we'd much rather just go to sleep with it, start like baby, and because this what do you even have this Olympic crew? No, not Olympic thing. Anyway, yes, no, sir. Fish, they do come from. But they come from skipping through the waves, but the ones who are on land had to run away from asteroids. So, and in the comments on whether Haley's Bob did she actually learn how to fly, so their fingertips blistered and they had wings, and they want to take back. It's the biggest thing on the planet because all this time, what it's been doing for 2-3 million years, is they don't need that protein, and all we do is eat more protein. And holes in our brain and stuff like that. If you don't stop eating this stuff by the age 34, you're a curse for the rest of the world, hoping that you Eskimo at 50 wandering. There's no ice floes that they would go out on because they're all melted now, but okay, we did more damage to this world in the last 30 years than all the previous 300, but the 300 before that, all the 2000 before that, okay, and the firing, in the last 200 years, we dropped the temperature a whole tone. The temperature, well, the atmosphere, the thickness, the density, the ozone came down. They are so thin now. And radioactive. Anyone my age or younger can tell you how thick the air was when we were in the 60s. And anyone 200 years before that can tell you the Industrial Revolution with the information age, and there's wonderful wages that we have defining eras of time that are so short in the blink of an eye, like maybe 2 grandfathers' lives, but we don't have to be 100 years old. And I really like these old guys with the wigs, and you can tell by the powdered wigs over there, and I need to say Tipperary. That's about it, about European World War II. So we were some wimps, say, whole wheat bread, WW2, W whole, W heat. Now there's a real problem about, because you say white, it's W height. You measure up here, it's mighty whiter, W hit E. It's the steepest curve there is, so it gets steeper and steeper and steeper, it never hits 90. How it does that, it's just it's the infinitesimal set, and actually you can't find the end of it either. 0 times 0 doesn't mean 9 times 9, 8 times 8. Okay, good, we got these numbers. Irrational, they don't repeat, they don't terminate. 2-dimensional, well, it's a product of multiplication, we know that much. 2-dimensional, yes, there's what we can do. And fractions, they're 2-dimensional too, aren't they? So they get 1 divided by a radian, but they're rational, they repeat, and they terminate. One or the other. Don't some of them do both? They repeat and then terminate. Well, I guess you can twist it into that anytime. Sure. 0.22. That repeats and terminates. But what is 0.22? Oh, it's 22 divided by 100. If you flip it upside down, it's 100 divided by 22. And you can just see the 5s blister factoring out of that, right? You say, because if you divide by 2, it's going to be 50 and 1, 1. 50, you're going to flip it back over, 11 over 50. What does that do for you? What you have to do is be 22%. What did you flip it over for? Because we do 2 things if you shake it up into the time capsule. Let the buyer scream, well, come to measure you for the gold dust touchstone. Do you really know who is? When they do these matrix checks and starting the math there, well, you need 2 to measure as we did, right? Or a fulcrum point or something that you can perfect with. No, it doesn't scream well. What you do to me, putting me up these option base 0, option base 1, codomains, n-1, n-2 indexes, wanders diagonally out of the corner. We paint ourselves into a corner? No. We wander diagonally out of a corner, counting the phi obvious prime steps. So how many we need for a sample here? Prime numbers, indivisible. So they're indivisible. Apparently, nothing will go number 1. And if we try to divide them, so why would you ever try to? Because you get this nice one, 42, 41. It's got 41's got 5 repeating decimals, so it's simpler than 7. 7's got 6 repeating decimals. 41, site 41. Not have a dump site here, so why not? Because they don't want to drive past them. These people are very intolerant, and I wish to bank on them and shunning it, not knowing how embarrassing it is to die 1,000 deaths. The zombies that they are and ghouls that they're trained us to be in our mass suck at the viper of our blood life of death here on the planet that we have destroyed in the last generation. But don't let them know that they've done this in their life, because they want you to be running this. So you can say, well, he's manic, he's depressive, give him an injection, so he's a terrorist. After 9/11, he has said that the health grew, too superior to talk about the 2% money owners who run the 98% of us whose money compares to them. And who destroyed the planet, stopping who? Look at the fucking thickness of the concrete at Kodak. 2 foot thick floor. Everybody else got like a 5-inch thick floor. 2 foot thick floor. And a machine that drives on these bumpers in case it bumps into a machine doing... This was years ago, when I was 20 years ago. We had no need for printers ever when those computers came on. And what do you do? So everybody 3 printers. Daisy, real dot impact, and then Daisy. By the time we got the bubble jet, we had these fonts and things. Okay, now we want to know about how many pictures. No, it's infinite with the man's hand is scraped, And now we're at this point where nobody can do anything. We're just a bad sack of, And what it takes to do to us is what we're worth, right? Because that's how we did with their seeds. If it took, a day to shuck them, that's what they were worth 2 days or whatever, because that's where our money came from, right? Because that was often what you did to it. That's a very well accepted. So these listen to the bird calls when you listen to a syllable and there's 6 words in it. You scream at the whole bunch. You can get more through the tone than we can get through it. What you do to me doesn't. Why scream well? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got to tell you, the order was 3, 4. I was desperate when I wrote these songs. It was as if suffering a scrape. I could not stop down the concrete sidewalks and the growing of the largest tree that everybody comes and says, oh, it's too big to be here. We're supposed to leave. There's maple leaves anytime. Canada leaves. It says, we just first and take case. Everyone's coming to see us. Oh yeah, we're going down the States, I guess, trying to get over to Europe or Mexico and have us. No, we're going to have a conveyor belt that starts here. Anyone north of me is in real big trouble here in Canada, because we were 7 nights of radiant from the North Pole. You can't find us because it didn't give you the others. When we sweep across there over the Russian Urals, I think, and then we go to the Maori down on the other side of the world, exactly, New Zealand. Well, we missed the cannibals. We're actually New Zealand won't admit to these things with the Maori and the Cook Islands there, and they just get them the fuck out of there quick and put people in the pot and they do this. Yeah, human tasting tofu. You touch those beans, babies. We need the nitrogen cycle, people. Hanging as the Vikings found them here in Finland. From the, they were. Did you see these vines? They come sweeping through their canopy, and it's the awning approach here now. I'll get the double meaning. Whoever cuts to be tried to be satisfied. Can we finish up here? Well, we have to stop capture and then press finish. So you only hear this one part.